Good morning. It's day 11, I think, and we are leaving the town of Estaing, Estaing, and we are headed to somewhere else, Espreyac, or I don't know. This is going to be another long day. It's straight uphill out of the town. The weather looks like it's going to be pretty similar to yesterday, which means hot. So we're out at about 7:35 this morning, as early as possible, so that we can get a good walk in before it starts getting really hot.
Wow, what are the odds that it would be uphill?
Last night was great. Really nice sheet. Anna L was the host. We didn't do much. It was, the usual kind of affair for food. Really good. Temperature's about 45 or so, maybe a little less. Maybe it's like 42. It feels chilly, so it's still jacket weather. Anyway, it's just another day. Yes, this is very much uphill. Quite steep, in fact. We're on our way up to the top of the hill to see the magnificent view of Estaing. I think that's how you pronounce it. We're whacking away cobwebs in the meantime. Bushwhacking. It's a little bit too much work in the morning.
On this road.
Oh.
You're gonna take it to the second road.
Where's the fun in that? Not much to report, except for the complete lack of bathrooms. We actually went off the trail a little bit into this little town that said on one of the girls' maps that there was a WC in there, and it was either closed or there was no sign of it. So we had to do it in the wild, which is not our favorite way of doing things, but no, it's part of the experience. The weather is pretty nice. It's very pleasant right now. The first part of this day was a pretty rigorous
Go say hi to
uphill,
the cows.
but I think that is the end of it. We're actually taking an alternate right now on the GR6, I think it's called. Not a lot of pilgrims on this. I mean, in fact, I don't think we've seen anybody, maybe one person, I just don't even remember. So it's pretty nice to have the trail to ourselves. I have to really watch the pain on my right shoulder. Anyway, it's fine. It really is not a big burden. It's just I feel it every now and again. This is probably one of the easier days that we've had recently. There's less rocky terrain. The terrain has been pretty smooth, even though it's still kind of up and down, but it's just not quite as rocky, and that just makes it a lot easier on your legs, because walking over those rocks and leaves it just leads to a lot of fatigue.
That one. Yeah, of course it is. So, if we follow this road for a while, right here, there's Chemin GR. We kept back up to Chemin. Yes,
I think it's
the road.
literally just taking us to the road. And then we follow the road until we get to here.
Okay, we're trying to decide if there was a way to walk where we're going by road rather than the trail, which is really rustic looking, and we're kind of done with it. It's this thing up here. It's got a lot of nettles and stuff like that, so we are looking at this road up here instead. So I think it goes to the same town or connects to the same trail, so we're just going to go the easy way. I mean, it's just no point in taking these little dinky trails for no particular reason. And the result of that decision is that we're walking along a busy road. It sounded like a race car just went by. I think it was doing about 80 miles an hour. So I hope this is not too long on this road, because there's, as you can see, nowhere to walk aside from the actual road itself. In my experience, there are 3 stages on the Camino. I think the first stage is physical in terms of getting used to the endurance of it all. The second stage comes later and is more psychological. An opportunity to turn inwards, maybe. You know, you play all kinds of mind games to get through the hours of slogging. But that's the interesting part, because it's where I can find an inner calm. Then comes the third stage of the trail, towards the end. I think your body kind of reawakens. You know you're winding down, so you begin to feel the cumulative fatigue and pain of the entire journey. Arriving at the final destination is always bittersweet. I'm convinced that preparing your mind is the key to a successful Camino. Physical endurance is important, of course, but for me, it always comes second. Oh my gosh, this is one of these days that's gone on forever. I think it turns out to be about 25-kilometer day. It's pretty long. And the interesting thing about this is you can take deviations, alternates, routes, and we took one called the GR6, which was recommended by a book. And we expected a lot more pilgrims to be on this, but we saw one pilgrim this morning, and then at lunchtime we saw a couple from Taiwan, I think. And that was it, and we just haven't seen any other pilgrims, which in a way is good because I like the kind of solitary aspect of that. But this is definitely a long day and it's hot. You kind of have to try to get past that really hard part in the day when you're trying to convince yourself that this is actually going to end. As usual, the scenery is spectacular, but that's not always sustaining. I know I'll get there, that's sustaining.